Hello, friends. Gosh, I haven't done a live video in a while, and I forgot to lock the top latch of my office door. There you go. I actually wrote a blog post a couple years ago about all of my favorite baby-proofing locks because there has to be a lock on all the things. And one of my favorite ones is those hinge locks, and it's in the post because we have them on the places that we absolutely have to keep kids out of. My office, the bedroom, master bedroom. So that's what you put on when, you absolutely cannot have kids barging in. We have those lovely little door locks that anybody can undo from the outside if they have fingernails or a penny, which all my kids have discovered. So good times. All right. So I want to talk to you guys about a little thought that keeps bouncing around in my head. And that is about our journey to figuring out what we want to do with our lives outside of motherhood, right? So I posted on Facebook the other day this comment, this post, this line: where we end up isn't half as important as the journey it takes us to get there. And so I'm going to explain a little bit about what I mean by that. But first, I just want to ask you guys what you wanted to be when you were little. I would love to hear this. Comment if you remember what you wanted to be when you were little. I had two things that I kept coming up with. One was an architect, and the other one was a fashion designer. Two super fun things, because I really did love, my brain is kind of logical and mathematical on one side, and then also creative. And what's interesting is designing sewing patterns is like the perfect mix of those two. It's really, really fun because there's quite a bit of math and like systematic ways of putting things together so that they'll actually work in real life. But then there's a lot of art going on too. Do you guys really like my AC vent right behind my head? It's like a nice little hat. Anyway, but I am becoming a fashion designer, which is kind of fun. But for the most part, I think most of us don't really become anything that we thought we would as a kid. Mostly because as a kid, you don't realize everything else that's involved, right? With each of these jobs or each of these careers. Sometimes we do, which is super fun. But the fact of the matter is, it's a journey to figure out what you want to do with your life. And none of us are ever really done with it, honestly. Have you ever met somebody who's like 45 and like, yeah, I totally made it. Like, life doesn't get any better than this. I don't think I ever want to change. I never want to improve. I never want to pivot. I think I'll just do this forever. No, nobody does that, right? In fact, I was just telling Luke, I've been a mom for 17 years and I kind of just want to break sometimes. Like, I don't know if I want to do this for 17 more years. Lots of people take pivots in their career halfway through. That's not weird, right? It's just a lot of work and it's the same stuff, right? So, it's a journey, right? Everything we do refines us a little bit, turns us into a slightly different person, hopefully improves our strengths and our weaknesses, right? But it's just going to take us a little while to get there. The point of this being that if you are in a place where you're thinking, it's time for me to do something else outside of motherhood, do not expect to get it right the first try. And I will follow that up with saying, there is no right. There's no right, there's no wrong. There's not some magical thing that you're going to do. Someone's knocking, I'll ignore that. There's not some magical thing that you're going to do that is going to all of a sudden feel like you have arrived. Maybe sometimes people hit on a career or a job or a business opportunity, service opportunity where they're like, this is it. Like, I have prepared my whole life for this. For the most part, it's a little bit of that, and it's a little bit of this is kind of lame sometimes too, but I like it more than it's lame. So I'm going to keep going, right? A few of the things, in fact, I want to write a whole blog post about this because it's just funny. A few of the things that I have done as a mom, as kind of a side hustle or something to make me feel fulfilled outside of motherhood and maybe bring in a little extra money, is selling Mary Kay. That was actually really fun. I think that company is amazing. Although I'm not a makeup person, I'm not very good at it. I clearly only do like eyeliner and mascara every day. I have worked at several gyms in the childcare. I don't even really like watching other people's children, but it gave me a free gym membership and allowed me to get a little extra cash while also playing with my kids. So that was fun. What else have I done? I had another brief stint as a reseller of products. It's complicated. I won't get into it. Anyway, point being, I've done a lot of different things that I thought, maybe this will be the thing that really fills me up and really works out for me. And they haven't been, which is fine because it's just been a journey. So that's what I'm saying to you is, if you're in that place where you're like, I just need to find something that makes me feel whole, that's awesome. And you will, but it's probably not going to be the first thing you try. It might not even be the fifth thing you try. It might be something similar to the first thing, but it's going to look way different in 5 to 10 years than it does today. Cool, fine. That's the way it's supposed to be. So don't get upset or frustrated or down on yourself when you try something or 2 things or 3 things and it doesn't really work for you. It doesn't fit your lifestyle or it doesn't fit your strengths, and you keep pivoting. Totally okay. Totally okay. That will just help us hone exactly what we love, what we want to do, where our strengths and the needs of others intersect, where we're good at it and other people are willing to pay us for it. It will come. So that's all I had to say. That's what that quote meant, is that the journey is going to be so fun and it's going to teach you so much. It doesn't really matter where you get to. It doesn't really matter if you end up an architect or a virtual assistant or a construction site manager. That's a thing, right? It just matters the process of getting there, because you're going to learn so much about yourself. It's going to be so fun. So keep watching. We're going to talk more about that. It's my favorite thing to talk about. All right. Love you, friends. Bye.